Hey peeps, welcome to another video. Today I'm going to be doing my February sewn makes and lookbook for you. As you can see, I am wearing my very first knit dress that I made with the moleskin style fabric from the textile centre, and I decided to use this one first because quite a few people had commented that it bobbled quite badly, so I thought it would be a good one to use as like a wearable muslin to check fit and things like that. And I have worn this lots and the fabric has bobbled, not horrendously, but enough that I can see what the person was talking about. To be fair, I'm still going to wear this. It's very comfy. I'm going to insert some clips for you down here of me actually wearing this. And yeah, I love it. So one of you lovely peeps recommended the McCall's M6754 pattern as something that I would love, and you are completely right. I absolutely adore it. I've made 2 of these so far and there will be more. Yeah, there's not much more to say about this one really. I kind of cheated a bit with the neckline. I used bias binding. My craftsy class said I could do that. I did the same with the hem. Hopefully I'm not flashing you there. And just used a zigzag stitch to finish all of those off. I was a little bit scared of my overlocker, so I sewed this all up on my sewing machine. If you've watched my recent Girl Charlie Knit Fabrics making of video, you'll have seen me using my overlocker for the first time, which I shouldn't have been so scared of it. This thing is amazing. But anyway, I'm waffling now. Yeah, I absolutely love this style of dress. I did have to lengthen the bodice by about 1 inch, and I think I might lengthen it by another 1/2 inch, just so that, because at the moment it's still sitting just that little bit too high on my waist. But I really like this dress, and as I say, there will definitely be more of these in my future. My second make is out of this scuba, which is cream, navy and tan, and I'm calling it a leopard print. I really like it anyway. If you've watched my knitting and stitching haul vlogs, you'll have seen me wearing this up in London. I absolutely love this dress. It's another McCall's M6754, and this time I lengthened the sleeves because it only has 3/4 length sleeves and I wanted long sleeves. I need to probably take like a little bit out of those and make them so that they're kind of close fitting at the wrist on the hem, but for this one I didn't mind that. I kind of like that there's a little bit of room in there. I also added a neckband to this pattern because I didn't like the turnover and just stitch finish that they'd recommended with the other one. This one was completely sewn up on my overlocker except for joining the waist to the bodice to the skirt, as you need to create a channel for elastic in there, so I did that on my sewing machine. Oh, and the other thing I did as well is I took out the back seam of the circle skirt portion, but I'll insert a clip of this one down here for you so you can have a proper look at it. It's a super comfy dress to wear. I love this fabric. It's very warm, so on a summer's day, or what is acting like a summer's day, it's actually quite hot to be in this one, but it was exactly what I wanted. Something that's comfy, that I can throw on quickly, that is still stylish and still my style, that's not my jeggings and a t-shirt and a jumper and a million layers over the top of it. So yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. I have enough fabric that I'm probably going to make another seam work Astoria out of it, what's left over, or maybe a skirt, maybe a pencil skirt. But yeah, there's enough left over for me to make something else. I think I started with 3 meters, but yeah, I really love this dress. Very happy with this one. Of course, I've picked the hottest day of the year to show you all the comfy and cozy knit makes that I've made. This next one is the moleskin fabric again, and I will insert a close-up or a clip of me wearing it down here. When I ordered all this stuff from the textile centre, I just ordered 3 meters because that's kind of my standard go-to length of fabric when I don't have a specific plan for it, and I ended up with enough fabric left over so that I could make this seam work Astoria jumper. Now again, this one has bobbled, and it's bobbled a lot, but it is super cozy. It's a comfy jumper. Again, if you saw my knitting and stitching vlogs back last week from London, I was wearing this at the end of one of the long days, kind of over my PJs. Yeah, I love it. I love this pattern. if you've watched my Girl Charlie knit fabrics, I've talked about the pattern in a bit more detail, but I had to add length to it, and I added 2 inches to everything. For the 4-way stretch, that was too much, and I'm going to reduce it. But for this scuba, which only has the stretch along a cross grain, it's sitting at the perfect length for me. So I'm really happy with how this one's come out. Mentioning the Girl Charlie video, I'll put a card up here so you can have a look at it, where I talk in more depth about it. But I did make another one of these Seam Work Astoria. I made it in the grey charcoal cotton spandex, which has got 4-way stretch, and I love it, and I wear a lot. And I also made what is a wearable muslin, but it's this white French terry from Girl Charlie, and it's the Sew Over It cowl neck top. I'll be making another one of these and perfecting the fit on it, but I think this, if I shorten this one, this will be great. But yeah, they were the other 2 knit projects that I got done this month. Oh no, that's a lie, there's one more, 2 secs. My final knit make for February is this, which is the Spots and Stripes and Angora mix from the Textile Centre, and they sold it in panels, and I think the panels were 90 centimeters long, and I bought 2, and I got this jumper out of it. Technically it's the Butterick B6258 pattern, and I made the View C, which is the dress, and I traced off the size medium, and it's definitely way too big on the top half for a dress. The hips fit perfectly, but that's generally standard for me. But I traced the entirety of the dress off, but then when I placed it on my fabric, I put it in such a way that the stripes would be around the bottom of the tunic, what I'm calling a tunic jumper, and then that was the length, the width of the panel that dictated the length that I could have my top, and it's worked out perfectly, I think. The sleeves are probably a little bit too long, but again, I love my sleeves on me are always a bit too short, so I love the fact that these are long. This one again was made up completely on my sewing machine, as my overlocker was terrifying me. Nothing to be afraid of, and I now will be using it all the time. It went pretty well construction on this. This is I added the roll neck to it, which I kind of just measured 20 inches by 22 inches, which was 2 inches shorter than the neckband, and then just folded it over and sewed it in, and I really like it. It's a very long roll neck, but I like it like that, and I also like being able to turn it over and do that. I will insert a close-up down here of me wearing this so you can have a look at it when I'm stood up. The sewing of the stripes I eventually perfected. That one's brilliant, but the rest are not quite so good, and unpicking zigzag stitches out of this stuff was a pain in the butt. So this is like a wearable muslin for me, and I love it, and I'm really happy with it. There will be more of these in my future, and they're coming up in my March sewing plans, which sounds really silly to say that I'm going to be sewing more jumpers when the weather's like this, but I know that this might be an aberration. But yeah, I'm really pleased with this one. It's come out so well, and I've worn it again loads. I wore it down to London, as you will have seen in the vlog. I've worn it at work, and yeah, just super cozy and comfortable, so I'm really happy with this one. The final thing that I've got to show you is 2 UFOs, which is this greeny gold silk Dupioni dress that I started. I cut this out in November last year, and I finally got it finished at the beginning of February, and I love it. It is a little bit tight on me. I have put on about a stone since these patterns were drafted for me, and so they're not quite meant to be this tight. But I love it. I'm so pleased with how it's come out. I also made, as you probably remember, this organza petticoat to go with it. Yeah, it's not come out as quite as I'd envisioned. I will insert a close-up for you, or a clip of me wearing it outside for you down here so you can have a look. Whilst I love it, I don't think the petticoat works as well as I wanted. I think it would have worked better if the skirt fabric at the back had reached the same length as the petticoat and then went sort of shorter at the front. That was what I was envisaging. But the thing is, I mean, I love both of these pieces, and the petticoat will be great for other things. I have enough left of this fabric that I can make a little jacket out of it, so I might do that with maybe with some velvet as well, and then that way the petticoat can kind of like tie in that way with a different skirt over the top. But yeah, really pleased with these. Reminded me how much I like working with this kind of silk, and given how much of it I have in my stash, there will be more of these types of dresses coming up this year. Just need the places to wear them now. The rest of the things I have to show you are commissions, and the lovely Judith that I made this dress and bolero for, she did promise me that she was going to get some photos taken at her son's wedding on her phone so that I could show you guys her wearing it, and she had such an amazing day that she completely forgot, so we're waiting for the official photographer's photos to come in so that I can share those with you, but I will do that. And I also finished the very lovely Sue's Canby dress, which we made out of the Meadow Path fabric, and I loved how that came together, so that got sent off this last month as well. And I also finished 3 necessary clutch wallets, which I will put in a picture of here for you. There's a Doctor Who one and an autumnal leaves one, which is lovely. And if you remember back in September, I gave away a necessary clutch wallet as the prize for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway, and yes, I have only just made it. The lovely Jan has been incredibly patient with me, because initially she wanted embroidery on it, and it was my logo that she'd like embroidered, and I've never done digitizing before, so there's been a steep learning curve with that. And then when I finally got it done, with a lot of help from the new someone in the end, went to embroider it and my machine's broken, and then my machine now it has a part missing. So yeah, I kind of got an email from Jan just saying, oh, still haven't got it, I hope you haven't forgotten me. And no, I hadn't. I didn't have the technology working with me to get the purse made, so I made her one up in her favourite colours and sent it off to her, and I got the most amazing email back from her saying thank you and how much she loved it. So Jan, thank you for being so patient. I'm so pleased you love it, and have a wonderful time in Australia. Yeah, that's everything. So I really hope you've enjoyed having a look at what I've been making. If you have, please give this video a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please subscribe, and I will see you guys again very soon. Bye!